My brother's fiancée falsely accused me of hitting on her. What I did next saved my family. My brother Ryan brought Melissa home for Thanksgiving and announced they were engaged after dating for only 4 months. She seemed perfect on paper. Marketing executive, volunteer work, close with her family. My parents loved her immediately. The accusation came 2 weeks later at Ryan's birthday dinner. I'd arrived early to help set up, and Melissa was already there, arranging flowers in the kitchen. We made small talk about work and the wedding plans. Normal conversation, nothing weird. When everyone arrived, Melissa pulled Ryan aside. I saw them talking in hushed tones by the hallway. Then Ryan's face changed. He looked at me with this expression I'd never seen before. Disgust, mixed with betrayal. He came over and told me we needed to talk outside. On the front porch, he said Melissa told him I'd made inappropriate comments to her in the kitchen. That I'd touched her arm and suggested we get drinks alone sometime. That I'd said Ryan didn't need to know. I was so shocked I couldn't even form words at first. I told him that never happened. That we'd literally just talked about the wedding and her new job. He said Melissa was crying and why would she lie about something like that? My parents came outside and Ryan told them what Melissa claimed. My mom looked at me like she didn't know who I was. My dad asked if it was true. When I said no, he asked why Melissa would make it up. Nobody believed me. Ryan told me to leave and not contact him until I was ready to apologize to Melissa. I tried to argue, but my mom said maybe I should go cool off, like I was the problem. I drove home in complete shock. My phone blew up with texts from Ryan calling me disgusting and from my mom saying she was disappointed in me. I tried calling my dad, but he didn't answer. For 3 weeks, my family iced me out. Ryan blocked my number. My parents said they needed space. My sister Lauren said she believed me, but didn't want to get involved because it would cause more drama. Then I started noticing things that didn't add up. My parents mentioned Melissa had asked to borrow money for wedding deposits, $15,000. That seemed high for deposits. When I checked Ryan's social media, he'd posted about Melissa's car getting totaled and needing expensive repairs. But 2 days earlier, she'd posted a photo in front of that same car with no damage. I drove by Ryan's apartment one afternoon when I knew he'd be at work. Melissa's car was in the lot, the one that was supposedly totaled, not a scratch on it. I started checking her social media more carefully. She'd tagged herself at charity events that I reverse image searched and found were photos from years ago, stolen from other people's accounts. Her marketing executive job was at a company that didn't exist. The website was fake, generic stock photos. I hired a private investigator. Cost me $2,000. I didn't really have, but I needed proof. What he found was worse than I thought. Melissa's real name was Sarah Parker. She had 2 previous engagements in other states. Both times, she'd accused a family member of the fiancé of inappropriate behavior, isolated the guy from his family, then maxed out credit cards and disappeared. One guy's family lost $40,000. The other lost $65,000 plus his grandmother's jewelry. There was a warrant for her arrest in Oregon for fraud. I compiled everything into a folder. Photos, background check, police reports, statements from her previous victims. I texted Ryan asking to meet. He didn't respond for 2 days, but finally agreed to coffee. I showed him everything. He looked at the papers for a long time without speaking. Then he said this was clearly fabricated because I was jealous, that I'd paid someone to make fake documents because I couldn't handle him being happy. He stood up to leave and I grabbed his arm. I told him to check their bank accounts, check if money was missing, check if Melissa had asked to be added to anything, just check. He pulled his arm away and walked out. I sat there thinking I'd lost my brother forever, that even with proof, he'd chosen to believe her. But that night, something happened that changed everything. Ryan called me at 2 a.m. His voice was shaking. He said I needed to come to the apartment right now. He'd found something. When I got there, the apartment door was open. Ryan was sitting on the couch holding his laptop. His face was pale. Melissa wasn't there. He turned the screen toward me and showed me what he'd discovered. And that's when I realized just how deep her con actually went. The rest of the story is on my channel or linked below.